Alright, so we got a Snowball camaro update here. And another dead body. We had a transmission seal. I ended up fixing the lines. It did not replace the seal for whatever reason. Should have swapped it the first time, had another outing, and ended up getting transmission fluid up under the tires again. Fixed that, made a pull or two, drove it around the street some, everything was good. And yesterday, this seal right here spit out. Okay? These seals don't spit out. There's usually a problem. I feel a little play, but more than anything else, I see a lot of metal in there. So, see a lot of metal in there. And that seal came out. So, it apparently some play in the pinion for some reason. So, I'm just swapping it out. Tried a little bit cheaper casing. Speedmaster aluminum casing. Apparently it was put together bad, or it just doesn't like the power. Been doing the strange stuff, hadn't had a problem with the strange stuff, so it's back to the strange stuff. If I look at it, man, it's probably an extra $2,500 like that I spent. I feel like, just honestly, I did spend my tires really bad, but just spending my tires between going to events, easily $2,500. Going to events, paying to get into events, and then just spending, not being able to enjoy the event on top of parts now, So it happens. The car has been off jack stands. I have been driving it around, but keeping it off jack stands has been the challenge this go around. But I think it's just going to make me appreciate it more. Not really new car blues, but more like blues, more or less. Did the springs and shocks. I went to a double adjustable strange instead of the single QA1. Mostly because I didn't have the bump on there for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why the bump was missing, but I'm gonna recycle those to save money. I believe those are gonna go on the I might buy another set of double adjustables for the 6th gen Camaro. I might use those and put extensions on them for the side-by-side. So I gotta use them. There's too much money tied up in them, even though they're a little bit older shot, probably like 5 or 6 years old, easy. Probably older than that, but they were doing the trick. I could actually pull both tires off the ground with a hard top with them. So, they were working, no knock on them. But they were working, just wanting to go to something I have a little bit more adjustability. So I'm able to actually pull the tire and hold it a little bit longer and put a little bit more power down. So we're going to see how the Strangers do. Was wanting the same gear set here that I had, which is a really what they call high, but I call it low because the number's lower. I have something kind of midish that I know works. I had it in the car before. That's what I was actually lifting the tires with. But I wanted something to be able to do a little bit more mile power on the top end. So going to call them tomorrow and see what's the ETA on it, because I would love to test the car. I told myself I'm not going to another event without testing locally, even if it's just in the street. So if I cannot get the gear set that I want, I will put back in the gear set that I had, which might work in my favor. I got to look at events coming up, 8th mile events. It could possibly be my friend. Quarter-mile events, the other gear would definitely be my friend. Riding around in the street, it would definitely be my friend. So that's what's going on. The car is up, running, straight gate. I have it plumbed right. It looks like it's working. Over boosting a little bit, maybe 4-ish pounds or something. I think I looked at might be going over 4 pounds, but I turned the CO2 down, so hopefully that will help with that. Also saw potentially an issue where maybe it was making more than the 6 pounds that should have came in the straight gate. Not sure. Might have also been some CO2 left in the line. So going to make sure that there's no CO2 left in the line next go round. Because it kind of made the 10, 12 pounds that's it's usually set up for, because that's what I had set up in the straight gate, not the straight gate. I had set up in my actual waist gates. So it kind of made 10, 12 pounds where it should have been making 6. But I could see where it would have done that if it was some CO2 left in the line. So I'm going to make sure that the CO2 is empty and it only makes 6 pounds, which I had it plumbed wrong. And I saw where it only made 6 pounds when I went to Atlanta. So next event coming up is going to be a quarter-mile event as far as my knowing right now. So I would like to have the other gear. So we shall see. Streetcar takeover in Gainesville. Would love to go there on a really, really good service and get some quarter-mile times logged. But we shall see. So stay tuned. I'll keep you posted on what's coming up.